Okay, hey guys, Wadsm here. I had the pleasure to try out Mario Kart World today. I played the game a lot. I could actually capture almost 2 hours of footage too. And for those who didn't know, I actually played Mario Kart competitively at the highest level before Mario Kart 7 and Mario Kart 8. I played in the highest division and also in the World Cup for Team Germany. And yeah, I thought I would give this game a test and try out a lot of tech and just see what you can do in it. Excuse me if I sound a bit tired, it's been a long day and I'm recording this into my laptop microphone, so it might sound even worse, but we're gonna do this. I'm just gonna talk probably 2 hours about Mario Kart World right now. So buckle up, you're in for a ride, I guess. And yeah, we just gonna hop right in, right? I just gonna react to what you see too, right? So I just gonna talk about my overall thoughts and about a lot of topics. I have a list written down about everything that I want to talk, but I'm mostly gonna react to what I'm seeing because I tried out so much. Of course, I take the cow. You automatically gonna lose if you not take the cow, right? That's just how it is. Yeah, I just went over every stat, so I just have that recorded. For some reason, I thought, oh, that might be interesting. But I thought at the start, I just wanted to take something that has a decent amount of speed and acceleration, and we just go in there. You know, a few things that I wanted to test immediately were things like snaking, you know, that technique where you drift left and right on a straightaway to see if that's faster. Here, I'm actually gonna test the charge to jump first, because on straightaways you could technically just spam that, right? Here I'm trying snaking a bit. And you immediately see it's not really effective, like neither the charging, the charge jump, and the snaking, because it's just, I don't know. I feel like if you charge a jump, you automatically gonna slow down a bit, and the short mini turbo you get from the jump trick doesn't justify the slowdown from charging your tricks. So yeah, snaking is the next thing. Yeah, here drifting left and right. On this more open straightaway, it seems like it could be walking a bit, but I'm not really gaining any ground, am I? And over the video, I try snaking and just jumping a lot on the straightaways, but I think at some point I realized it's just not worth it that much. Like I had a lot of instances where I did snaking and just charge jumping on the spots in a straightaway, and people were just driving by me, just doing nothing but yeah, holding straight, doing nothing basically. And you can see like sometimes I drift off way to the side. That's because the drifting in this game, it's a bit weird. Like when I first saw footage of this game, I thought, oh, this looks very like Mario Kart 8, right? And what I've been most excited for was actually, how does this game feel to play? And it feels different in Mario Kart 8, in my opinion, especially due to the drifting. You have, like, you lean a lot to the sides once you start your drift. You didn't do that in Mario Kart 8 and not 7 too. Mario Kart 7 and 8 were kind of similar with how they behaved, like the weight to the vehicles, the physics, the overall physics, also the drifting and stuff. Uh, Also the gliding, oh the gliding, we need to talk about the gliding at some point too. I haven't noted that, so I hope I'm gonna remember at some point. But for now, you just see me getting owned by some CPUs. I'm playing essentially against CPUs here, and I'm losing. So much for being a pro Mario Kart player, I guess. But it's my first game. I'm just trying out some stuff, right? Here, I just try to drift a bit on straightaways again, and I've just felt like I'm losing so much time. I mean, it was not really a straightaway; it was like a slight curve there. But also the multi-tricking I did there in the air, that didn't do anything. Like the multi-tricking doesn't make you faster. If you trick once, you get the same amount of boost. Okay, so here it cuts to the next footage. But at least for the multi-tricking, it is nice that you can kind of reposition a bit mid-air. So you can use that to just quickly gain a bit of momentum to the side. So that's nice. Yeah, just some jumping on straightaways again. Like if there are no drivers nearby, you don't really see that it's slower, right? I mean, it looks kind of cool, but yes, one thing that I really wanted to try out in this one was the wall riding tech, but I do so a lot at some point in the whole video. And also keep in mind, I'm like, look at the back of my card. I have smart steering on, and this thing just screws me over so much. Also, auto acceleration is on, right? Not the greatest, to be honest. It really messes with you on top of just playing a whole new game. Oh, here I think I try the wall riding for the first time like that, but it feels a bit inintuitive at the start, or counterintuitive. Like I didn't get the boost of it. Oh, here I tried for the first time to dodge the blue shell with the feather. I think that was a bit early, but I tried this like 1 or 2 times again. I think in the whole video I dodged the blue with a shroom 2 or 3 times, so I have my timing for blue shell dodges down pretty much, and if it would be the same timing for the feather, then I assume I'd hit it somewhere in the video, but it didn't work, so I just assume you can't dodge the blue shell with the feather. Here I essentially tried to find some spots to wall ride on, but there's no walls. I mean, maybe some of you have seen the clip of the penguin like sliding on this curve, like at the side of the stage. I tried to do so here too, but the smart steering just wouldn't let me go off the stage, so I can't really try it, right? And it's also not it's not just a smart steering. They also have a new feature which auto triggers your item. Like you just look at this animation, like the victory animation when it zooms in, it's so nice. But like when you get an item, you just automatically drag it behind you. And I've been playing Mario Kart for all my life, and it never did that. So I'm like, if you see me throwing an item away in a very weird way in this footage, it's because it's just also already trailing behind me, and I just want to press the button for it to trail behind me, but then I accidentally throw it because it's already trailing behind me. But yeah, here we're just in free roam. Oh no, wait, this is not free roam. I think the recording just started a bit late. This would have been a whole Crown City match, but we're already in it. I'm gonna talk about all the stages at some point later on, but yeah, here it's just. I think at this point I'm just trying to find walls for me to write on. Like this seems to be, at least to me, the most exciting feature because there's probably the highest skill ceiling to that. It takes a bit to get used to. And after just playing for 2 hours, I think I am nowhere near to really understanding how it works, but it gets better at the end of the video. Here I'm just trying some things where I can trick off and stuff like that, right? I mean, you can even trick off cars. I think I do this here at the end. Yeah. Well, but yeah. Of course, the cow again, guys. I mean, I wasn't Daisy for a bit. I mean, I'm swapping a lot of characters in this, but for now, the cow. I hope the autofocus comes in. Maybe the focus might be a bit whack at some times because Nintendo always said I had to have a shoulder in the video or something. Here, I'm trying just some alternate routes or routes. Also some ball riding. But yeah, now it's Knockout Tour. The first matches you saw were just Grand Prix, right? Where you drive two sequences, or not sequences, like those straightaway laps into a normal course, and here it's just 5 straightaway laps into a normal course. Oh wait, it's not. I lied. It's the Grand Prix. You see this in the bottom left. Never mind. Then it's okay. We're still playing against CPUs, guys. We're still playing against CPUs. I also gonna talk a lot about what I think about the mode, knockout mode, in this video, because only like the first 3 or 4 races I played Grand Prix, and after that I always played knockout mode. But the upside to that is, I mean, it's a new mode, but I also played it against real people, not CPUs like in this game, right? Here I get the feather again. I think I'm just gonna hold this to and hopefully get a blue shell to try again to dodge it or something. But yeah, I don't know how loud the video is, but you just heard me not shout 9 because I wanted the blue shell to hit me so I could try out a feather. Yeah, I just tried out, at least I tried to try out a lot of things. If with the few hours of gameplay that I had, here another wall riding this time. Well, I kind of got it off, but I don't think I did. Only the trick in the end, but I mean you can also get the first charged up mini turbo there as well. Here I think I tried to get on the wall and then maybe hope that that I would keep on driving onto the wall because I mean it's kind of a curved wall, right? And at some point in the video I see some maps that have like curved walls where you can ride on. Apparently not on this one because that would mean you could take the shortcut for free in the end without a shroom each lap. Here I think I just tried to land on the rail. There was not an attempt at ultra shortcut, but also knew the original, the Nintendo 64 track that this track is based on. But yeah, it kind of takes a bit to get used to, especially the wall riding. The rail riding doesn't take as much time to get used to because it's basically automatic. Once you're in the air close to a rail, you just, like a magnet, you just get glued to it and you can't get pushed off anymore. Yeah, I just tried some, I think, yeah, some drifting. The drifting really feels weird in this game. I'm gonna talk a bit more about the drifting later on in the video because it's one of the biggest points, I guess, that is there to talk about. Okay, now we're knockout mode, guys. I was not lying earlier. But I also tried out brake drifting. That works. You can just, another wall ride attempt here. You can just, yeah, press B and slow down, especially in tight corners. That comes in handy. I also tried if you can do a standstill mini turbo, right? Like in Mario Kart Wii, which would be great for acceleration. But auto acceleration is on, guys, so I couldn't really try it because my cart just would not stop in the spot. So that's unfortunate that I couldn't try that out here. I'm snaking a bit again. I don't have the feeling like this helps at all. I'm rather losing time. Because the mini turbo, the first mini turbo on straightaways just comes out so late. I tried a lot of angles with this and some very aggressive drifting too in order to get it faster. Maybe if we know which cards have the biggest... Oh, I think I've never seen that route before when I took this one. I think when we maybe know all of the mini turbo stats of all cards and have like an insane build with a huge mini turbo stat, maybe then snaking can be faster, or even the charged up super jump stretch on straightaways. But yeah, for now it really isn't. There the car protected me from the red shell. Here I try another attempt to dodge the blue with the with the feather. Didn't quite work out. That's unfortunate. It would be nice if the feather could do that, but then first place could get 2 items that can dodge a blue shell. Might be a bit too much. I didn't get the chance to try out the food item, which is kind of like a small mushroom in itself, right? In order to dodge the blue shell. But I don't think it will work, and I'm gonna talk about it later a bit when we get that item. Okay, here some snaking. You see the toad in front of me. That's not even toad. I think it's baby Rosalina. She's just not phased at all by my snaking and my drifting. She's just faster than me, just going straight, guys. So snaking, I don't think that's a thing in this game. Here, yeah, I try a bit of dinosaur riding. I mean, another Tuesday night ride, some dinosaur riding. But yeah, the standstill mini turbo, that's probably not a thing. Here, of course, I mean, the gold mushroom seems like to be the, at least at knockout mode, kind of the strongest item. Like, you can catch up so fast with that thing. Bullets in this game, it feels to me, pretty weak. Like, they are significantly slower. I mean, they can't really push away players anymore, too. The draft is kind of good in this game, it feels like. And on those straightaways, you really don't want to give the draft to the people behind you. because I felt like in knockout mode it is really hard to catch up. I mean, obviously, I'm playing against some casuals here, probably mostly. I knew one or two people on this event who were also competitive Mario Kart players. I think one of them is just playing in this room too, but mostly casuals, right? But I'm still having a kind of a hard time to catch up most of the times with all the items because there's not much to do, guys. Those straightaways, they're straightaways, right? If snaking doesn't work, if spamming the charge jump doesn't work, what you gonna do? There's barely anything. Um, and the wall riding is also very situational. I think wall riding will be kind of the one thing that will distinguish like a casual player from like a competitive player. But you really need to know where exactly to use those wall rides and also the rail riding. I think at some spots you can get a lot out of it. But for that, you really need to know where to use them. And I mean, this is a complete new game, right? I'm playing this for the first time. I don't know where those walls and rails are, so I'm just making stuff up on the spot. And this red gel, unfortunate. But every time I get a golden mushroom, you just catch up like in no time. That's actually one of the best one. I accidentally spammed my item, and then I wanted to trail my red shell, but it was already trailed, so I just threw it. I think it worked out for me because I hit the player in front of me, even though I kind of don't want to in this case because I'm in second place. Second is way safer than first place. There's a kind of a blue shell in every lap, right? And we have 6 laps, so being in second is mostly the best. You really want to think about when you want to go for first. I mean, now it's fine because I had the horn. I kind of screwed it up because I thought I could hit the wiggler there, but I didn't. I mean, the game is super fun. The game is definitely super fun. I had a blast and I just couldn't stop playing. I mean, you can see by the length of this video, right? And I was lucky enough that I could just re-queue for the same stations over and over again and actually get a lot of gameplay in. So that was really, really nice. But yeah, those straightaways, they worry me a bit because I'm very excited for the knockout mode, right? But with those straightaways, there's barely anything you can do. Like over the course of this video, I realized, okay, in knockout mode, it's really just about positioning yourself right for the right spot with items and coins, right? Because especially in each lap, you want to be in a good spot for the last item box. That you can either catch up or be protected, because sometimes you get hit once and you just get passed by 10 people and you're out, right? So that's something that I kind of learned already in those early hours of playing the game. Getting triple mushrooms is such a huge pull in this game. At least it seemed like to me. Because you can get them. I got triple mushrooms at some point even in second place. I don't know if this was already like way in the late game when there's only barely any players there, right? I mean, if there's only 4 players in the last lap, then on second place you can get some better items than when you're in second place when there's 24 players, obviously. But I don't think that wasn't the case. There was still like 12 players in it. Getting triple shrooms is crazy in second. I don't think that the item system is the same as in Mario Kart 8, where it was mostly purely based on the distance to first, which I didn't really like. But it's not exactly like Mario Kart Wii 2, where you could, where only your position mattered, like the actual position. You could be like right behind the first player, and if you get the item in like 8th, you still get a good item. You see a blue shell dodge. So I still know the timing, right? So that works. So I'm fairly certain you can't dodge with the feather. But getting back to the item system, I think it's kind of a mix of both. It's distance dependent to the first place, but also position dependent. Because at some point I got some very good items being like in 4th place in the last lap where there's only 4 players, when I was like 5 meters behind the first, and that won me the game. But we gotta see. The item distribution seems a bit better than in Mario Kart 8. I didn't really like Mario Kart 8 system that much. The items respawn quite fast, almost fast enough for you to never miss something. Or the guy on the right side is very excited. Nintendo employees were so cute, always cheering you on and stuff. uh, they couldn't believe it when I was dodging blue shells with my shroom. That was they couldn't comprehend that, but it was very cute. I mean, it's the last lap of Desert Hills, isn't it? Yeah, and it kind of looks different, doesn't it? Wait, are we going backwards on the map? No, we aren't, right? We are. We are going backwards. Yeah, okay, my bad. But I mean, this is a one race anyway, isn't it? Or one knockout tour, I guess. It was my first knockout tour. Yeah, I'm doing a little bit of trolling. I kind of like to do that sometimes, but just a little bit. There are the nice close-ups of Daisy again. Okay, I cut that short. That's unlucky. Mm. But yeah, talking about the items again, do I want to add something to that? We gotta see. I mean, it's a bit too little to judge. I mean, here I'm kind of getting the hang a bit out of the wall riding. It doesn't particularly seem that much faster if it's just like a normal wall beside you. And here, oh, I never saw this on any footage. That's Daisy's Palace. I think this might be a battle course. Guys, I mean, we never seen this, right? And I've watched a lot of like footage from Mario Kart World already. I've never seen this place. You can trick off the enemies here, right? The Yoshis and stuff. I mean, I didn't trick here, but you saw the airtime I got. That's a new map. That's like Daisy's Castle. I mean, you see, I'm a Daisy enjoyer. I'm picking Daisy here, so I'm thrilled. Also, those are some Super Mario Bros. 2 references and flashbacks. Not Super Mario Bros. 2, Super Mario Land, guys. It's getting late, right? I'm basically talking non-stop about Mario Kart, but I just enjoy yapping a bit. So we are starting our lap on Shy Guy Bazaar, I think. But not a whole lap. I'm taking the upper route here to test some stuff. To see what I can do. I mean, a lot of this looks very whack, but I mean, essentially, most of the times I'm not trying to win or play as good as possible. I'm just trying to try out stuff, right? Here on the rails, you can get on them and keep tricking, which doesn't seem... Okay, with the Mario side to me, I only had 7 coins. It seemed a little bit faster, so maybe that's something. But you can also just hold your charge on those rails and get a super mini turbo, right? And I think that might be the faster option. I'm gonna try this a lot later on in the video. Also, I don't know where I saw this, but in some footage I thought I saw like a third stage for the mini turbo. Just not a normal mini turbo and a super mini turbo, but a third stage like in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe that they added. But it's not in this game. I tried sometimes to hold my drift very long, but it's just 2 stages of mini turbo. So I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, I'm not really concerned here. I mean, it's the last item box, but I know I'm like, you don't see the position because my shoulder's in the way, but I was like in last, and I know, okay, if I get a golden mushroom, it's Gucci, guys. Like, I'm gonna be so fast, and so I'll just quickly back in the front. Yeah, sometimes the autofocus of the camera might be a bit bad. I mean, it's not really in focus right now because my shoulder's in the way, but that's what we had to obliged to. That's kind of that was the rule, that we just film over your shoulder and stuff, so you can see that this is not directly captured footage, I guess. I'm a piñata now, I guess. Piñata? Not piñata. How are these things called? I forgot. On the station that I played, all the wacky characters were not unlocked. On others they were, so others could pick them, but not me. Which is unlucky. But I feel like, especially in knockout mode, it really just depends on your item play and that you position yourself correctly, get your coins in, and okay, I'm trying some wall riding here too. It kind of looked fancy. I mean, that's a new item. And it kind of looks very easy to hit people with. Yeah, I hit a lot of people there. I mean, this is local play, and there was some lag. It's not as bad as Mario Kart 8's lag, but you can sometimes see me hitting people and they just keep on driving and stuff. That just happened. Oh, I mean, I'm just talking about it, and that I think there was a baby Daisy or something. got hit and it just tumbled and just kept all its speed. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. This golden shell, I lost it here for some reason. I still don't understand when you lose items. I mean, if you fall off the stage, you lose your items. If you're getting hit by a blue shell, you use your items, even the one on the second slot that you do not use. At least in this video, it looks like it. Here I tried to glide off the stage, but it wouldn't let me. Maybe because of smart steering. I'm gonna talk about gliding at some other part. For now, I'm still with the items. Of course, the golden mushroom. I think I'm in first now. Oh yeah, okay. I mean, you can see it with the crown. Unfortunately, in this race, I'm just standing in front of the camera, I guess, a bit. So that is a bit unlucky. Later on, I think I fixed that issue, but yeah. I guess, yeah, this video is just for those who really want to know a lot more about this game. I mean, if there's even anyone who watches this for 2 hours, but I just enjoy just seeing footage of this game too. I mean, I just played this, right, but just rewatching it, it's still exciting, right? So, yeah, the bomb here. I mean, it can create some shockwaves on the water that you can trick on. And something on the water that I tried out is just charge jumping on straightaways. I think I try it now, right? Because after one charge jump, you dive into the water and you can do another trick of that elevation that you get when you bounce off the water again. So maybe it's worth, at least on straightaways with the jet ski, that you just keep spamming those charge jumps that you just do while just holding the drift button while just holding straight, right? Because you get too many turbos per charge jump instead of one, like you do when you try it on land. I think we get on the dry bounce stage now. Dry bounce? Yeah. I unfortunately didn't try to take the lava cuts here. I think you can drive on lava, you just lose coins doing it. So it might be a sacrifice that you're willing to take, right? Also, yeah, the rear view mirror thingy is back, so you can look backwards. I'm doing this occasionally. I know that some people weren't sure that this is in the game. It also seems like when someone trays into your bomb, at least in this game, you don't get hit by it. In Mario Kart 8 at least, sometimes you would. Here I dodged the red shell with the feather. That works, but I'm still getting owned. I feel like once you have a lot of coins, you don't really lose them much. Of course, you lose 3 of them each hit, but sometimes you get hit 3 times, but then you're still around your coins and still grab like 4 of them and you're still Gucci, right? Still like around 15. And once you're in the pack, you get a lot of coins because people are just getting hit left and right, and then, oh, it's looking a bit dire for me here. Guys, we need to gain some ground. But, I mean, at least at this stage, I'm not really concerned because I know, oh, I get a double item, and if it's the last item box and I'm in 15th here, when we're only 16th player, I get a golden mushroom and I can catch up, right? It's easy. Okay, nice chain. I didn't see that car coming, I guess. Another golden mushroom. I mean, we need to get first now. I mean, there's no way I don't get first of this. Golden mushroom seems very mighty. Yeah, here we're in first. But you really have to calculate when you want to be in first. Like, if I would take this seriously, I would probably drop out of first. It's really not worth it that much. I mean, I'm still early in the lap. You really don't want to be in first at the end of a lap. If there's a blue shell, you might just drop out of the game if you can't dodge it. So, and I'm not really having the best of lead here. That was a tight corner. I mean, this was, Mario Circuit 3 from the SNES. And I did some brake drifting there. So brake drifting into corners works very well. I think I I got a decent lead of that, since the others probably didn't brake drift this corner. And that's just, yeah. But you can see, at least in those knockout stages, in those intermission courses, I don't know how they are called, like in between stages, right? Or like the normal courses that are mostly straightaways. There's sometimes some big curves which you can easily cut off with like a golden mushroom and just save so much time. I think the player on first did that, and you see how far up he is. Getting hit out of the air in this game is brutal. You're very fast in the air. The gliding in this game is very fast. And I think just sniping people when they're in mid-air is very effective. I think at some point in the video I do this a lot because I just realized, damn, they lose so much time, especially if they fall off. But The gliding in this game, guys. I thought when I first saw it, okay, this looks kind of basic like Mario Kart 8. It's nothing like Mario Kart 8. I really preferred the Mario Kart 7 glider over the 8 one because you could do so much more, but this one feels very different. Like, you don't have as much control over it. Like, once you turn a bit to the side, it's very hard to recover to the other side, and it takes forever. Like, you can stay in the air for a very long time. If there wouldn't be smart steering on, you might be able to cut a lot of corners with that, even in the game, depending on where gliders are on the actual maps. I'm very excited to see how the glider plays out in this game. I mean, it still looks a bit basic, like you can't go up and down fast like in Mario Kart 7, but I feel like you can do so much more than in Mario Kart 8. I mean, obviously in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe there were those crazy glider attacks where you could go super fast, which weren't intended. Uh, so Mario Kart 8 has that, right? Obviously this is probably not in this game, but I feel like the new glider, the way it behaves, it's very different. Like it really feels different, and I can see it be something that the community finds a lot of additional use out of. I think I'm getting Reddit here. And I think I'm actually losing this because this is just a long straightaway at the end with no items, which is questionable game design. And I think, okay, I'm trying some charge drifting here. Look at how the Luigi is just... Like, I'm not gaining any ground. I could have just drafted him and be kept in the game like that, but I decided to charge jump. That didn't do anything. And I was on 20 coins. And I was driving, I think, a speed car, so like the Luigi didn't have more base speeds than me, and it still wasn't faster. So it even lost me some time there, and therefore also the race. So yeah, charge jumping on straightaways, that's not the play, guys. At least in this demo. I mean, everything could change, but I feel confident this is the final build of the game, right? At least in a lot of, like, obviously it's a bit trimmed to be a demo. Like, I couldn't access a lot of options. This was like a knockout purely, and I couldn't disable smart steering and auto acceleration, and that they um, also trail your items, which screwed me over a lot. But you see, me driving into kind of the off-road a lot because the drifting really is different in this game, guys. It really is. I'm not kidding when I say this. Like, the angle you take when you start drifting is just way different than in Mario Kart 8. And it's just something you need to get used to a bit. I think it gets better at the end of the video. But yeah. I mean, here you see I'm on 0 coins, especially in the first lap. It's very hard to get coins. In first place, I feel like there are barely any coins. Oh, the shock. I think I didn't have one shock dodge in this game so far, but the thing is, in first you can barely get any coins because there's not many on the ground. I'm gonna talk about coins later on because I have 1 or 2 matches where I'm focusing a lot on coins. But here, yeah, I'm trying the, you see the double tricking? I mean, I just double tricked onto an enemy or something. But you can do this on the water too. I think we're driving to Toad's factory here. There's like an alternative route, which I don't get here, but I think I get it later on in the video. There I try to trick onto the rail on top, because apparently you can drive on the top here. There's a nice spot to get 2 items. We get the golden mushroom, we're just spamming it here. Toad's factory finally back. That's pretty dope. That is pretty dope. Okay, guys. One thing that I just came to my mind: the drifting in this game, right? I said it feels different. Like, you lean way more outwards when you start drifting. But the thing is, after drifting, you can't jump. Like in past Mario Karts, you could always, after drifting, at least in Mario Kart 8 and 7, you could just keep hopping a bit and adjust your angle, right? So that you face forward again. You can't do this here. If you keep hopping, I think you saw it just here. I wanted to hop and nothing happened. You can't hop after you drift. So you have to be way more precise with how you place your your drift, because you can't correct afterwards as well as you could in previous games. And this is something that really screwed me over a lot in those early rounds that I played. So if this looks a bit like like I don't know what I'm doing, it's essentially because I do not know what I'm doing, because it's just different. Like some things that really bailed you out in past Mario Karts and that you just learned to always use, they're not in this game. It's a new game, guys. Who would have thought, right? Um, so that's a big change that we have to get used to. Um, yeah, it's just... And this item, guys, the shell, I lose it here. Why do I lose it? Because someone did drive into it? I think so. But I was a bit confused when I played, I remember, where my item went. Uh, yeah. I don't know how I feel about, like, hopping after drifting being gone. It's a change, but yeah, you gotta be way more precise if you're drifting there. I mean, generally, I saw a lot of footage of Mario Kart World so far, right? And I felt like, okay, no one was really good at the game, so I thought, okay, when I play, I gonna make it right. But it really is a different game. Um, of course, some skills carry over, right? But like I just said, I didn't expect you not be that you're not able to hop after drifting to adjust your lines and stuff, right? That you take during a race, and things like that I just did not expect. And so the gameplay just looks so much more basic, because at this point I realized, okay, on straightaways I can't snake, I can't do the charge jumping continuously. I just need to drive, and so it looks very basic, right? But at this point I'm a firm believer, at least when I played this is the best I could do, right? This is the fastest I could go. So you're not getting... Oh, that's a funny shot. Being shocked between two cows. That might be a thumbnail. I know the YouTuber in me is talking. Um, yeah, but there's really not much you can do on this on those straightaways. And from now on, is that an English sentence? I don't know. But we're only gonna play knockout tours from now on. That's not a... You guys know what I mean. But there's gonna be a lot of straightaways, and therefore a lot of me just, yeah, driving forward. Very exciting, I know. And it was always such a breath of fresh air to get on actual courses that are designed to be played on 3 laps, because there's actually tight corners. And yeah, there you could finally get a good feeling for the drifting and everything. I think this is the start of one of those courses, and we go actually going down in one. But now, yeah, you see it on the map. It's just straightaways, because it just cuts out the course and goes a different route than it would usually do. Um, but yeah, every time I was able to drive on actual courses, I was delighted. And also, you saw how long the hammers just stay there. You can just drive into them after they're already thrown. But I don't know, like, I was very excited for knockout, for the knockout mode. I don't know how it was called again. And I don't know, like, I played it a lot in this video, right? Like for an hour and a half. And I just felt like, oh man, those straightaways, I can't do anything. I wanna drift around and stuff. And I know it's kind of became a meme that people are concerned about the straightaways, but I immediately felt so. And here I thought, okay, I need to use the bullet, because there's gonna be probably one more item set, and I need to get into the front now. We're about to finish this. I mean, with the golden mushroom, it's guaranteed that I make it. But for one moment, I was scared a bit. I really like the aspect of that. Like a lot of the times in the race, you just feel the pressure suddenly building. Like, oh, damn. Okay, I need to catch up. I need to get into a better spot. This might be it. And um, a friend of mine that also plays or has played competitive Mario Kart before, he told me, yeah, he was in first in some race, right? And then he just got hit once just before the lap ended, and he fell all the way down to 16th and just got knocked out. So that can happen. I think it does happen to me once or twice too. So you really need to be deliberate where you put yourself, and you can really feel the pressure at some point. I mean, at this point in the game, I do not sometimes realize that I'm that close to the next lap and that I have to be in a certain spot. But when I do, like, the pressure is there, and I like this a lot about this mode. So it's a bummer that I feel like already, those straightaways are not doing us any favor in the long term. But I mean, with the straightaways, it's just, yeah, you need to be smarter about your positioning and items and your coin management. And those are all things that I enjoy about Mario Kart 2. And it's nice that we have some new mode too in this game, right? So knockout mode, I'm still looking forward to it a lot. How it's actually gonna play out on the higher levels. Oh, okay, yeah. I had to jump over the, I don't know, what was it, a rhino or something. Um, Now it's getting dire for me. Look at this. But I think, okay, at this point, I knew, okay, wait, I have an easy time. I'm in last. I gonna get a double set. Obviously, I gonna catch up because there's a corner on the left for me to cut off, right? Yeah, I remember actively not being concerned about this. I mean, it's kind of close. It's even still kind of close. Yeah, I barely made it, right? But yeah, remember. Okay, wait. It's only 4 players. It's actually a blessing that I get hit because now look, the first place. He's just there. He just went off the ramp. I'm behind him. Oh, okay. I gonna get the best item in the room. Also a double item. Finally, also a whole course, and I get 4 shrooms. This is an auto W for me. This is an auto win, guys. Like, there's no way they can do anything. See, they just screw themselves over. I take 2 shortcuts, kind of. Also, tighter course design. Guys, actual corners to take and stuff. So this is an easy W. But just because I position myself smartly, okay, I got hit by an item, but I remember in this moment I was thinking, why don't I just brake and just go for the like for the 4th place box there? Like, you get the best item in the room in the in 4th place. This is not far behind, right? And here I'm just thinking about, okay, straightaways, right? Straightaways. This game mode is all about straightaways. I'm gonna go for the fastest combos in the game. So I'm just looking, okay, what are the fastest combos? Or the fastest cards. I mean, it's not combos anymore. We don't combine tires and cards anymore. But I'm just looking for every car or card. I think, yeah, this, like, there are 2 classes that are just have almost the highest speed. Like, there's one that has the highest speed and one that has almost the highest speed. I went for one that has almost the highest speed because it had significantly more acceleration. I thought, okay, maybe if it has more acceleration and it has more mini turbo, which is such an important stat in Mario Kart. People who played Mario Kart 8 do know that people always played the tiny tires because they had the highest mini turbo stat. Here I'm just trying some stuff out, some snaking again. You see how weirdly, like, the kart flares out to the side once you start your drift. So it's also really not as easy on, like, those more narrow straightaways to do the snaking. And here I just spot a dinosaur, guys. And what do you do when you spot a dinosaur? Exactly. You want to ride it. And you see how you auto lock on it because it's a rail. Like, its back is a rail. So I just try to brake drift here a bit. You can also do some how you call this when you go in circles. I forgot it. But yeah, you really get kind of locked in once you get close to them. You see, I can't really fall off. Like, I could hold my stick to the side. I would be still riding the rail, and this looks kind of goofy, but also kind of epic. So yeah, that's the Dino Jungle Dinosaur. You're gonna have a 1 or 2 laps of Dino Jungle later on too. I think here I just trying to see if it can still stomp you, which it could in Double Dash. But if it's walking like that, it's very hard to actually align this. So it's just some goofing around, right? I cut off some of the free roaming because not always I did find something interesting or tried out some stuff. Because I mean, it's already like an hour and 50 minutes anyway, or even longer, depending on if I can talk longer than that. But I mean, there's a lot to discover in this game. It is. So I didn't want to cut out too much. I'm just taking the lower routes, I guess, to see if it works. Yeah, if it works better, I meant. Oh yeah, I didn't get a lot of stars, and here I just misjudged the distance that I needed to have in order to get into that rail. The stars don't make you that fast, to be honest. I mean, here having a golden in first is nice, Would be a shame if a boo is in this game and would just steal it from me. I think that's exactly what happened. Uh, yeah, of course. The boo in this game is in this game, guys. So that's well, yeah. I don't have much acceleration. You see how I struggle to get up there, right? Oh, the shock, the shock. Um, I mean, if you're already on that topic, the shock. I mean, people thought, okay, the shock is significantly nerfed, but when I was in first and got shocked, I really felt the effect. Obviously, you're not small much longer anymore, but if someone uses the shock in like a mid spot, half of the room dodges, and you can really feel how the pack just catches up to you so much more than in other games. So I feel like the shock. I mean, it's changed a lot. I don't know if that's like a net nerf to the shock. In some forms, yes. But I felt like in first place, each time there was a shock, I was rolling my eyes because I know, okay, like half the room just caught up like 30 meters to me. And I can't do anything about that. Instead of just being two of them that dodged or something. So it really brings the pack closer together. And it was way harder to get some breakaways in this game, therefore. Here I kind of discovered you can go up there, I guess. I mean, it's kind of the normal route of this course that you would take, but oh yeah, I have the karmic item. I don't even know what it's called, but I think I'm screwing myself over with this too. I mean, that's a one that only affects the first place, kind of. I think when I wasn't first, it did get triggered once or twice, and each time it did, I was actually having a very hard time to dodge whatever was on the field because there was just so much on the field. So this is really an item that's just kind of, yeah, screwing over first place a bit. Because they are most likely to get the whole barrage of enemies right in front of them. And if they drive into them, it's way easier for those behind. First to dodge them. Here I try to get on the ground very quickly from the glider, which takes sometimes forever. Like the glider, you can't get on the ground from this thing if you want to. And here the new item, the gold shell, it's kind of a blessing in disguise. Not even disguise. I mean, you can really wrap out your coin count, which is insanely important in this game. I think later on I have a clip where I have 20 coins very early on, where I'm sure people around me, they have very little coins. And I'm just way faster than them on straightaways. Like, coins are so important. I even have the item on first now. Okay, not anymore, I guess. The blue comes. But I was talking earlier too about coins, right? And that the first place, they can't get coins as well because there's just not many coins on the map. But if the golden shell arrives and it explodes at some point, mostly in front of first place, it drops like 10 coins. And that's free for the first place to grab, like 5 of them. And most of the time, the gold shell also travels a long time, right? So the first place doesn't have anyone around him that can snack away those coins. So it's like a free coin max out. You also see the mega doesn't function like a star anymore. Like, you have to wait for it to run out in order to get another item slot. In games before, at least in Mario Kart Wii, when you used the mega, you opened up your item slot. For the star, it's still like that, but for the mega, it isn't. So the mega got nerfed, but it's still like a tiny star that you just get way further in front. So I'm fine with that nerf, right? Yeah, I had to dodge the green shell with the back view, but then I didn't cut the corner too well. And guys, like, a lot of times I look backwards all the time to see what's behind me, what they could throw at me, and I would still get hit by stuff. It's so chaotic. But also me just being in a giant as a building and not hearing my own in-game sound really made it harder to hear sometimes when items would actually get close or just be thrown my way. So I'm missing those audio cues. But yeah, you see how fast the double items respawn. It is possible to miss them. Like, if someone just grabs them immediately in front of you. That's unlucky that I get shocked out of the golden there. Would have been an easy first place with a breakaway. But I'm still good on the coins, right? Coins, very important. And like I said earlier, I feel like you can't lose them as well in this game. Because, I mean, yeah, there's twice as many that you can carry. So if you're high on coins, you're just not... Oh, this item is weird. I mean, obviously, you can stack up on coins. I think 10 is the max that you can get. I didn't count it, it felt like it. But you also drop, like, each time you hit the block above you, you still drop coins to the side. So it also helps your enemies. And sometimes when you're already full on coins, you kind of don't want to hit it, because otherwise you would just help your opponents around you to get some coins. Yeah, I'm getting just screwed over, but at the start of the lap, that's Gucci, guys. Like, we have plenty of time to catch up. We're getting the good items in the bag, so, and have plenty of time to catch up. I'm just listening to what they are saying to me in the video. I don't think you guys can hear it because I'm probably gonna lower the volume quite significantly. But I think that was my friend just saying that uh, they were first and then just got hit once or twice and they went last and got knocked out or something. Yeah, happens to the best, I heard. There, I wanted to trail my red shell, right? And I threw it instead because it was already trailed because of the auto trail. 20 years of Mario Kart habits just down the drain with this, and then I just threw it forward. But I think I hit the guy coming off the shortcut. So red shells are deadly in this game again, not like in Mario Kart Wii where they were mostly cosmetic at some points. But here you can see tricking in the air doesn't do much. It doesn't make you faster, but you can reposition yourself with the tricks a bit because you can trick to the side a bit, right? And maybe dodge some things then. So that is a neat thing that you could do. The charge jumping, guys, I mean, it takes a while to charge up, right? So if you see a wall that you want to ride on, sometimes you really can't because you're just coming out of a drift or something. Or here I'm really lucky that I didn't get hit by those green shells. I didn't expect that I could go into the off-road there. I hold my shroom so that if I get hit, I would be able to bail out and still get in and not get eliminated, but there I kind of screwed up and had to use my shroom and then almost got hit. That would have been the end of me. If I would have gotten hit there, I would have been out. Here I tried to get some items in, right? But the boomerang is still there. It's not like in Mario Kart 8 where if you throw it once, it opens up your item spot. You have to throw it a couple of times for it to run out. So I'm in a bad spot. But it's still at the start of the lap, so I have time to catch up, right? So that is mostly fine. Like, being in the back at the start of a lap isn't the worst, especially if the field is very close, like in this case. But the bill, I really don't like the bill. I would have wanted some shrooms. Like the bill you see, it doesn't really get me that far. It isn't that fast. I mean, it worked out now, but that car screwed me over. I could not see that coming. But yeah, this one is weird. Like the last item set, remember, is like forever gone. Like it's like almost half a lap behind us and it's still no items, and it's just a straightaway at the end. Like, this is questionable map design. Here, I'm fine with being in second, right? If this guy wants to get blued, I'm fine. I mean, I can go into first. Here I saw a shortcut, so I thought, okay, if I take the shortcut, the second guy is so far behind me, and I can just run this. This is an actual course now, right? So you can actually make a difference if you're driving, and you can see this immediately, too, because I can just keep drifting over the map because there's actually curves on the maps, guys. I don't know if you remember, but back in my day, Mario Kart maps had curves to them. If you can get up onto that rail on the right side, you can take this very close. And I think you can, if you just trick off that ramp a bit better. But you see, this is an easy peasy victory for me. Because I can actually make a difference with my driving. But you can see the difference it makes when you just play an intermission course, right? Those straightaway courses. Oh, here, I'm getting goofy, right? But did you see how this room didn't accelerate me? So that's weird. Like in past games, it would immediately just shoot you forward. There, it didn't. I wanted to, yeah, I wanted to troll a bit, guys, but it almost backfired. Like I said earlier, I like to do a little bit of trolling. Here, that's just another free roaming, right? And I was in the city, a lot of walls, so I thought, okay, this is perfect. I can try out some wall riding, right? And some rail riding and stuff. On the Shy Guy, this didn't work. even though I held drifting. So yeah, I think yeah, you can charge the super the charge jump on off-road too. Yeah, here I'm getting a little bit goofy. It seemed like I feel like there's a way you can hold your stick in order to gain also some upward momentum on walls. Like when I do it, I'm mostly on the same spot and I just lose height too and eventually hit the ground. I'm just trying out, yeah, how all of that works. You have to trick off the last one in order to get the Super Mini Turbo if you were on the wall long enough to charge the Super Mini Turbo. And here I wanted to cancel my glider, I just wouldn't cancel my glider. And until I'm, yeah, down on the ground, it takes forever. Like on this, with this glider, it's very hard to turn and also to just go downwards. So yeah, that's just some more Voltec tryouts. Here, did you see that? That was an insane jump. Like I got so much momentum forward, but I think I released it just as the wall ended. So maybe that's a tech that you have to release your jump just as the wall ends, and that would be insane. We gotta see. I think at some point elsewhere in the video, I had an insane boost from a jump where I didn't exactly know how that happened, but that was one of them. You see how like those rails are a bit magnetic, like you get attached to them, even if it looks like you overshoot them, which you can use to your advantage. Oh, we're in some kind of parking, not parking lot, like how are those called? Like those parking buildings. I forgot the word in English. But yeah, you see me just trying out stuff for science, guys. But I didn't see much footage, or that looked nice. I didn't see much footage where people were trying out that stuff. And you saw, I came out of a drift, so I couldn't charge up my charge jump in time to get on the wall. Oh yeah, you saw how I got some momentum there too. Like I was very, very slow, and then suddenly I boosted off that thing immediately. Also, sometimes when you're very slow and you're about to accelerate, people are screaming in the background. That was a stupid as minigame from Mario Party or so. You're gonna hear this sometime more in the video. But sometimes I feel like the rails, since they're magnetic, when you're still accelerating or going a bit slow, just being near to one and getting pulled onto it can really accelerate you. So maybe that's a way which is a bit situational that you can use to get some faster acceleration in or something. But we need some way more trying with this game before we can conclude anything. I think this race was horrible. Like on this straightaway, this river thingy. That's yeah, I didn't do too well. It's It was also weird. I think the sides where you can drive onto on the right and left side, they counted as off-road, not as off-road. Like if you would drive over it, it was normal, but the smart steering just wouldn't let me sometimes drive onto them, and that really screwed me off. And also my drifting, because I felt like I can't just, uh, yeah, yeah, there. Like I wanted to get up there, and it just wouldn't let me. And there was also maybe a rail there. I don't know. I mean, it didn't look like a rail, but it functioned like a rail because you could ride on it. I mean, I'm not really concerned here because I knew I had two very good items. I need to just be like, I need to be among the best 20, and I have my bill here. Trying to get a bit fancy here. Then I think I panicked because I thought I might be eliminated here. I mean, that's a nice spot to use a mega. I ain't getting hits. I can run over some people. Ah, that's nice. That's nice. Oh yeah, tricking off opponents, that's a thing. I don't know if that's faster. You get way more airtime, and airtime often means that you're going slower overall because you want to be on the ground, actually driving with full speed. There, Goomba just ran into me from nowhere. I don't know where this guy came from. I mean, there's a pyramid of Goombas on the right side that just got knocked over or something weird. So, yeah. Okay, here I get the item. Okay, for this item, it's kind of like a small shroom. You saw how it functioned like a shroom, but it's only half a shroom. It only takes like it's kind of like yeah, half the time that a shroom is active. So at some point I wanted to do some shortcuts with it, and I realized, oh wait, this is not a full shroom. So I'm not sure if this can be used to dodge a blue shell. I mean, theoretically, you still get the boost at the start. Here I also tried to do some tricks on the rail to see if it's faster. It didn't look faster, but I mean, theoretically, it's still a boost, the food item, right? So it should get you out of a blue shell, but I can see them just nerfing it a bit and just making it impossible to be used as an blue shell dodge, because you could just get it in first place in knockout modes. They're on this like on the map and a guaranteed room that you can just pick up at any place. And that would be maybe too strong. I mean, they realize that it would be too strong if it's like a whole shroom, because you could take every shortcut in the game with it, even in first. So that's actually a good thinking of them to have the food item a bit nerfed. But I can see them also. Oh, you saw I wanted to get a bit goofy here. I mean, there are some walls in this game that are curved, and on some I also saw I can just drive on, even if the curve is very steep. Not steep, like that it bends a lot, the curve. I lack the vocabulary right now, but I think you know what I mean, right? And sometimes it would barely curve a wall, and I would still get just shot off because I just couldn't drive onto it. But yeah, there's so many coins sometimes around. I mean, here the probably the shell item was there. You see how many coins there are? Like sometimes it's just so much more worth it to just break a bit and just be in those mid spots where just stuff is happening, where people are getting hit, because there's so many coins around, and then you can just max out your coin count and then make a run for the places up ahead. Here I'm kind of in a bad spot. I don't have shrooms. You want shrooms in this game, guys. If you don't have shrooms, you can barely pass people. Obviously, at the end, if you just can shoot them, I kind of clutched it out with my items, but there were some situations where I got really screwed over that I'm in 12 or something, 16 players, and I just don't get a shroom item. I just get like a boomerang and like the golden shell. And this is really a bad pull, and I felt like this bouncy tech that I did on the rail on the right side, that didn't do much. I felt like those in the middle, they were just as fast as me, if not faster. And I'm Bowser. I'm essentially having the highest speed in the game right now. I also had 20 coins, so I should be faster doing this, right? But I am not, so I guess sometimes also just spamming tricks on rails is not faster. There I thought it's going on the right side. This happens a few times that I thought, okay, the course goes a different direction. Then I see, oh damn, wait, we're going straight. But guys, smart steering got my back. That's why we got it. Turn on. So players like me that have no clue what's going on can be saved going off the map like that. Yeah. Man. But I'm really excited for this game. I mean, you guys could maybe tell by me just talking about it for an hour straight by now, and there's still no stopping. And I have so many thoughts about this game. I mean, I'm getting a lot of them out here. It's like very like it's not really structured. I have some points written down that I've already talked about, but it's just like I'm just telling you guys what I've observed and stuff. Here, yeah, okay, it's the start of the lab. Triple triple reds. I mean, they're kind of devastating. If you hit someone, they don't have an item. They lose a lot of crowns. But mostly you want not coins, shrooms. I meant, Jesus, why would I want coins? Yeah, shrooms. That's good. That is good. I feel like especially knockout mode is very item dependent. That is I mean, it's Mario Kart. That's like one thing that we all love about it, the items, right? I mean, they can be like a frustration factor, definitely, but here I also panic a bit because I saw the finish line and I was only in fourth. If someone passes me just before, so I kind of wasted all my shrooms here. Not the best spots, but I mean, the panic sometimes gets to you, so you just use your stuff here happily. brake a bit and let this guy with the 3 reds pass me, so he can just wreak havoc on the first. Then I can potentially sneak by with my soda in my hand. Yeah, but as long as this guy has a block, I can't really pass this guy. It's difficult. He throws the stuff away, so I'm kind of free. I think I feel very confident in first now because I have the soda in my hand, right? My trusty soda. I still don't know if the blue can, if I can dodge the blue with it, but finally, of course, guys, DK pass, so we can do some normal driving, right? Even though I kind of mess up the lines a lot here, I could have gotten some SMT, so like some longer mini turbos there instead of the small ones. I think I do later on in the video too. Unfortunately, they removed the hill on the left side here, so no item there, but yeah, here I can make more of a difference, just taking the corners a bit closer. There on the left side was a rail. I just realized that. I think the next time I play this track, I take that one. Yeah, but you see on the minimap already, I'm having a good lead. Oh yeah, here I thought, oh yeah, this is a shroom, right? I take the shortcut here. But you see, oh, man, that didn't last long, right? So it's just half a shroom. So you can't really take many shortcuts with it. I mean, I could probably still take that shortcut and be faster if I just go into the off-road, go a bit, and then use the shroom, so it lasts the whole time. Here I'm just trying the rail riding again. I mean, it kind of looks cool, doesn't it? Also, how you can, excuse me, how you can shoot off to the side. Here I kind of got a bit goofy and ended up in nowhere, but I found a neat prize for it, right? I mean, there's some things to discover in this world, but down here there's not much. I mean, we saw a pipe earlier, I think already. They just get you up the course again. I think here I'm gonna try some wall riding again. Because I think, I mean, I already stated, I don't think on straightaways there's much you can do with the charge jumping, and you can't do snaking. So there's not a lot you can do to kind of be faster than others. But I feel like if you master wall riding and know the spots exactly where you can use it, you can do some amazing stuff with it. And actually, you can make a difference. I think here there's a rail, and you see how the rails sometimes, yeah, how they work. Like I cut that corner so tight thanks to the rail, and I'm sure there's some walls in the game like that too, where you can just ride on a wall and cut some corners. And if you know how to get onto them, like on the rail there, then you can really, they can really make a difference compared to some that don't take this. Here I'm just trying out some of the jump tech again. I was surprised that I couldn't get onto the wall. That looked a bit finicky, if that's even a word. But yeah. Also, yeah, we have those weird cannons in there that are driving on the tracks sometimes. And here I'm seeing, okay, wait, I have some long rails. You see, you can charge an SMT, those orange mini turbos, the longer ones too. And now I'm just trying to get from one side to the other, which on this track, since they're so close together, just doesn't work all the time. I don't know, like I got it once, you just saw it like 10 seconds ago. But now I think I failed it quite some times and I couldn't make out why. Maybe I need to steer backwards and to the right, because here I think I only steer to the right, thinking, okay, I would just like get attached to the next rail next to me, but I overshoot it by quite a bit. And yeah, you see me failing it quite some time, but you at least still get the super mini turbo, the SMT, right? The orange mini turbo of that. Here I tried again. You see, it doesn't work. So I'm trying to find a way how I can get out my mini turbo safely, like the fully charged this one, right? I still overshoot the tracks. Then I think I realize if I hold it forward, what happens? Oh, okay, yeah, I stay on the tracks, and then I can just keep spamming those super mini turbos on kind of straightaways, right? So each time there's a longer rail, you can do that. It's also goofy that if you hold forward, you see you kind of do a weird thing with your car. If you hold backwards, it kind of looks like a wheelie if you're on the rail. But yeah, that is super important to know, that you can get those super mini turbos on the rails And I think later on in tracks, I also implement that already in my gameplay. Here, the drifting already screwed me over a bit again. I think the drifting is a bit different too the um, on the water. I had to use my boo here in order to save myself. Also, I mean, I'm driving Bowser, right, with the highest speed, so my handling is probably the lowest that there is in the whole game. So that also adds to it. I think later on I switched to Daisy again, like a mid-weight character, and I immediately noticed, oh man, my handling is way better, man. Especially if I get on those normal tracks, like DK's Pass that we just played earlier, where there are a lot of more tight corners. Yeah, here I try it again. I think my timing is good, but it just doesn't work. The feather doesn't work as a blue shell dodge, guys. I'm very confident on that call. Yeah, here we are. Is this another Toad's Factory? Does this one lead to Toad's Factory? Oh, no way, that's Wario Stadium first, okay. Yeah, I tried, I think, to get on the ramp that I just passed. Like, you have less control than it seems like in the glider. I'm still interested about the glider. Here, yeah, the wall riding didn't work. And it seems like you can't get on a wall from a normal trick. I just tried it there. Like, I tricked off the ramp, and I had enough airtime to be close to the wall, and I hold all the way to the left, and I just wouldn't get attached to the wall. And here I really tried to dodge those Goombas, but they were everywhere. That was the karmic item. And I really tried to play it as safe as possible there, and I still got hit. So that is something that can get finicky. So at least if you don't get hits, you at least have to take a worse line. So that's kind of an item that really hits the first place. Here you can see, okay, the items don't respawn fast enough that you can always get one. Here the Peach twice stole my item. I'm sure I'm gonna get my revenge on her. Gotta keep an eye on her. There she is, player 14. I'm watching you. Those are some neat little new enemies items here. Those are some new Super Mario Bros. Enemies from the jungle area. Here I thought I would get auto attached to it. It didn't work. Here again I was too far away because I wanted to use the super mini turbo on them. But yeah, I mean I have such a good pull. I can cut off so much off-road with this, right? I mean I'm first with 3 shrooms. Just taking other shortcuts. Saving the last shroom for a blue shell. Oh, there it is, the blue shell. Yeah, I have the timing down. Oh yeah, the Nintendo employee was very impressed by that play. He said something like he never saw a better Mario Kart player. Um, Maybe he needs to watch some competitive matches. But yeah, I mean, for a lot of people, this is just a casual game, so... But it was always so cute how they cheered you on and stuff. They just spread some good vibes. Here, I really underestimated the Chuck to just start charging with no, like, a prior acceleration. Like, he just went full speed immediately, running there. That's a new enemy. I think we never had Chucks on the maps before, on the tracks in Mario Kart. So, like, if you would ask me what's the best combo, I mean, for knockouts, there's a lot of straightaways. You don't really need handling. Top speed, I think, is probably the most important one. I mean, that's why I'm on Bowser. It's impossible to tell at this point, right? I mean, it's way too early, but that's why I'm mostly playing Bowser, and I'm mostly playing this bike, because this bike has the second highest speed stat, but compared to all the other highest speed stat cards that were in the demo, this one has more acceleration. So I always picked this one because I thought, okay, maybe more acceleration, more mini turbo, and I'm Gucci. Why do I still say that? I'm Gucci, man. I actually haven't spoken English in quite some time for that long. I'm kind of a bit rusty too, but I hope you can understand me with this laptop mic that I'm speaking into. I mean, this is like a very improvised setup for me too. I'm getting screwed over here a bit. I need to change some items again. Don't I? I don't even know if this is off-road here, if I needed my shroom, but you only need to get among the first 8. But okay, I tried to trick off the car there, but for some reason, yeah, it shot me upwards instead of forward. So that's something that should work, right? But yeah, I couldn't go for the double there. The bus was just getting it. I think someone also wanted to drive to the right side there. I think I did this in an earlier match too, so I'm not the only one. But I mean, the buses also blocked the path forward, so I don't know what happened there. Here I'm trying again, just charge jumping, because you can get a second, yeah, trick out of it, because you bounce off the water. And I think that's faster, it feels faster. So that's the only thing that I still kind of did towards the end on straightaways. Yeah, here I was very firm in first. Look at the rear mirror. Everyone caught up so much, and now I'm in a bad spot. I don't have protection. My item just got stolen. I get hit once. There's no way I get this, right? Yeah, I was in a bad spot, and that's what I mean. You need to position yourself correctly, otherwise you just get Mario Karted and it's over. I was very far ahead there, but the shock really, I think someone in fourth or something did shock. So it only affected the first four, and everyone caught up so much. And then, yeah, my item gets stolen. This is kind of unlucky. And then, yeah. Yeah, I spawned on DK Pass. This is free roam, right? But I'm spawning on a normal map, so I'm driving the normal map. Because we are playing so many knockout maps, like those straightaway maps, that I'm longing for some curse in my life, guys. Don't quote me on that. But, yeah, you can see. That's some better driving. I remember the rail from here. I don't know if that's faster. Kind of a bad landing, but you see, I'm getting some super mini turbos here, so it looks way faster the driving. This is, keep in mind, that's just 100cc. 150cc is gonna be even faster than that, and I still think it looks decently fast if you just take the corners well. Then I drove to the next course because in free roam, just open area. So this is the Rosalina track. I forgot how it's called. I mean, it's a German name on the top right corner. It's a weird one, but I also just wanted to see what I can do on it, if I can drive it well. I also wanted to see if there's like some neat corners that I can cut with some rails or some wall riding. Because you can ride on those walls just below the track, right? That is possible. We saw this in some clips that were floating around online, so I thought maybe on this map it could work too. Yeah, I had to cut this because sometimes they started the room and stuff. I think here I just tried the charge jump over the shortcut. Maybe if you do this in a better angle, this can be faster, guys. I'm trying to be a pioneer here. So excuse me if it looks a bit gimmicky, but here I think I just tried an SMT over a shortcut. I mean, it wasn't that far off, right? So with some more trying out, we can maybe get something to work, because this track looks very basic. It's basically just some floating lines. There I saw like a peach coin there. That's why I don't know if you saw it, but yeah, that's why I went there. And yeah, you can bounce off all those toads. That looks a bit goofy. Here we up again. I think I try just another lap. What's on my list? I think I already talked about almost everything here, yeah? I feel like shrooms are just the best item in the game. Like every time I didn't get a shroom, or there I tried to ride on the wall just below the track. Here we're on Daisy again in the desert outfit. That's just lovely. But the shrooms, every time I didn't get shrooms, I just felt like, gosh damn it. Getting hit once is fine, but if I have 3 shrooms, it's fine, it's fine. I mean, getting 3 shrooms here in the beginning is nice, but then the drifting... I mean, I have even better drifting now on Daisy, but that's like the second or third time that I didn't get this first corner on this lap. And you can see it's still a new game, and sometimes, yeah, I'm walking in front of the screen. Not the best, but I mean, the Nintendo employee said I had to do this. And I hope the camera keeps its focus. Oh, the Toads. Toads Factory music in the back. Try the cheeky banana snipe there. I don't know why I go into first there. That's not worth it. Like, but I mean, someone else shrooms up, so it's fine. I'm still low on coins. You see, there's barely any coins lying around, right? I got 2. Okay, nice. I think I'm on 4 coins, but I can't really run this, so I have to be in the back in order to get coins. I think that's like the first race where I realized, damn, I can't get any coins, man. I kind of need to be in the pack to get coins. I mean, it's not the best example because there's not much happening right now, but now people get items. Then we're gonna see what I'm talking about now. Oh, there I tried to get onto that ramp there again, but you can see how I don't get any, like I don't get down, even though I hold down for like 10 seconds. But like you really fly in this game. They fly now. I was a very early mushroom. I could have used this a bit later in order to get, in order to cut more here, I guess. Yeah. And the beast dinger, I don't know what that guy is called. It's there too. There you see some fake hits too. I don't think I get that item from this distance, right? Yeah, that's kind of the distance that you have to be behind someone in order to not get the item. The second time that I don't get an item. It's still possible, but with how fast they respawn, I think it's very easy to just get items. Also, you can just drive in between 2 items, like the double item box and a single item box next to it. And if someone just takes the double item box, you still take the single item box. So that's pretty neat. Like in Mario Kart Wii, there was enough space a lot of the times between item boxes where you could not do this. Okay, now, you see? I think this is worth it. Because I'm essentially getting a free shroom on those rails because I'm getting a super mini turbo of them. That's definitely worth it, and now I'm in a very good spot. I mean, I'm having the shroom, the mushroom. I probably get into first here, right? I think I do. Some item smuggling, guys. You love to see it, right? This is also a thumbnail. Just, I don't know if I'm gonna make this the thumbnail. Just in first place, you have the crown on. You see the first on the bottom right. The bill behind you and the bill on top left. You put a red arrow on it, and then you YouTubered. That's what YouTubers do. They're YouTuber. Yep. Yeah, on those straightaways, those drafts, they are essentially like as good as one shroom. So you really have to look out for them, to get them yourself, and also to avoid them, giving them to others. There I wanted to go for all 4 coins, but I just couldn't because the drifting is weird, and here I had to use my bullet because this car is insanely bad for the first place, man. Like this car is just screwing me over. Do you see? Like what is this? Where did this come from? What did I do to it that I deserve this? Like, but I really like all the new additions that they had for the. I just wanted to dodge an item, that's why I went wide. Not the wisest idea, but I really like the addition of all the new cars. You see those bullet bill cars here too, right? And there's so many new ones. I didn't get the chance to like drive the big truck for some reason that never came up. Probably I played the wrong courses. Is this the one again with the long straightaway in the end? I think there's another one, but another long straightaway. And straightaways with a lot of shroom pads. So how are you supposed to catch up? You can't. Even with shrooms. Like here in the end, yes, but barely anyone has an item anymore. And still just cruising. That's... I still don't know what I should think about Knockout 2. I'm still very excited for it, but as I mentioned earlier, I'm a bit concerned about the longevity of the mode because it feels like with just 8 tracks, I say tracks because I mean they are very long, like it's like always 5 to 6 laps, but essentially we have just 8 different ones, and they kind of sometimes look the same or same-ish. A lot of straightaways. Sometimes you have those road segments where it's just cars and stuff. And there, I wanted to go right side again, but oh wait, it's going straight. Another time. I don't know why this one always gets me. Kind of a bit weird. And can I please move a bit to the side, man? I'm standing in front of the thing. What's a move to the side, please? But yeah, I got a blue here. I needed my shrooms out, so just using it here. Unfortunate red, but we're in a good spot here. A shroom, Probably a block item. Oh, okay, I go for the double item here. I don't even see what I have. I didn't fat finger it here, but I just wanted to trail it. Still not used to the auto trailing in this game, so I just threw it forward, but we're good. I think that's the one that I lost earlier, where I just got knocked out right there, so I played it super safe. It's only a wiggler in front of me. How do we catch up to him? I mean, yeah, we can take the corner a bit tighter. Dodge that. Okay, he gets hit, and we just pass him. But we don't have protection in first, so this is very risky that I'm doing. I wouldn't recommend that. Probably in an online match I would be watching out. Or maybe, this is, I think this is a map with a lot of boost pads, right? Here on the ground. So maybe a blue isn't as bad. There are also cars where you can get gliders from, right? Which is huge, because gliders dodge shocks in this game. I don't have one shock dodge recorded in my gameplay session today, but that's something you can do. I don't know if you can grind on the rails on the right side or right on them, but it looks like it, but those are the rails that you can destroy. Another feather, which I don't know what to do with. I mean, it's probably best for first just to chain item boxes if there's a double, for a chance to get a horn or something. So that's that. But yeah, you're sitting firmly in first, no blue shells yet, which is lovely. I think we're getting close to DK Pass again. That I'm very much looking forward to, guys, because there's gonna be corners, there's gonna be curves, you see. I can get some super mini turbos and just play the video game. Yeah. I think here I try something too. Didn't really seem that much faster, but I think you can be better. And you can do that better. The feather is just a very situational item, so you need good map knowledge to get most out of it. I'm glad that they brought it back. I can see, like, if you have good map knowledge, like on the right side there was a wall, right? You can just feather up there and wall ride over the shortcut or something. So that's neat. I think that's another dub for us, guys. Oh, that's dirty. The line spam, guys. Ah, I feel bad for that. But look how cute she is, man. I love the new animations where it zooms in and stuff. Here I thought, yeah, that's a new coin. You see this, like a collectible coin. I missed it because the airtime is very weird in this game. And then I saw, oh, this is like a question mark space that I just ran over. So I wanted to see what it does. Doesn't do anything. I think it's just a collectible. I'm still hoping, I mean, we saw on the direct that we have some missions and some collectibles and stuff. I'm still hoping for a bit more that we can do with those collectibles, but yeah, let's see. I mean, yeah. This is the match where I thought, okay, how do I get coins? I kind of don't. Just stay in the back, stay in the pack, don't get hits, and just get all the coins from the people that get run over and stuff. And then get a lot of coins early on, and then get in the front as fast as you can. We're already on 13. Here, unfortunately, I'm getting thrown over, but you see all the coins raining upon us. That's why I think staying in the back at the start, that's mighty. You don't want to run all the time. I mean, if we have a room with 24 people that don't want to run, then... But yeah, I'm very certain that I have way more coins than everyone in the room. Now look how much faster I am than the Boo. I'm gaining a lot, aren't I? So I feel like coins very important. Coins, I mean, for those who played Mario Kart 8 and 7, they do know that. That's an unlucky hit. I know the coins can be decisive, but I kind of like the tactical element that they bring to the game. I wasn't the biggest fan of them either when they first got introduced, but they kind of grew on me, and I'm glad they are back. It's just one more thing that you have to consider. Because Mario Kart is not just about being the fastest, about being in the front, taking the best lines. It's just also about being smart, being in the right spots at the right time, and attacking at the right time, right? Saving up on coins, getting good items. I tried to get up there again on Toad's factory, and then go for the run at the right time. And I really like that combination of technical skill, but also of strategy. And I think, yeah, I realized, okay, if I want to get up there, I need to jump and then get up there. Yeah, guys, never seen before. Toad's factory, alternate path. I don't know. Here you can see again. Oh, the gold shell, how it helps out the first player. Here I think there's on the left side, usually on the normal course, like a shortcut you can take with on those grains or something. It's not here on the normal mode. Here I tried to get on the rail again, but I don't think enough time for an Super Mini Turbo. Nope. But I felt like this wasn't at least that much slower, but I feel like using a feather on the straightaway makes it a bit slower. So chaining a feather in an item slows you down a bit. Ooh, that was close. But I remember getting more used to the drifting. So I'm taking the boost pads here very well too, and I think in the last few races that we're gonna see now, I'm just taking a few better lines and sometimes also just squeezing in between cars better than the front. I did a little oopsie in the end, like the very last race is cut off in the last lap, unfortunately, and we don't see the last lap, which would have been a new map, which is kind of my favorite map that I played today, so it's kind of unlucky that I didn't record that 1 minute that I drove on it, but it's the one in the sky with the giant question mark block in the jungle. That's a very good one because it has very crazy turns, and it's not a beginner course. Let's just put it at that. It's kind of like a mini Rainbow Road. You can fall off anywhere on that map. And yeah, it has a lot of U-turns and stuff. But here we are still on our straightaways. Yeah. I think another attempt. Oh no, I didn't chain it in time. This could have been scary, guys. I was in first, right? I dropped to what, 9th or 10th, and yeah, one more hit I would have been out. That's good that I still have my feather to protect me there. Some cows. Yeah, I immediately drifted to the other side because I saw, okay, that doesn't work. I'm getting a bit more used to the drifting. It's still hard, but yeah. Can I get on the rail? Oh no, the Mario just pushed me off. Okay. Someone else takes the rail. You didn't see many take them, but I mean, that's mostly those are casuals playing and they don't think about something like this, especially playing for the first time. Who can fault them? I mean, I watched gameplay of this game already religiously, so I watched not religiously, but for a couple of hours, right? So I know a few things more than probably the people that played it for the first time, and that's fine. That's the one time I got a shock. I feel the shock is still very powerful. It's kind of an unfortunate combo because I can't shock all of them. I'm in last right now, right? And I only got the shock when I was in last, so maybe you can't pull it that well in the mid pack, but I still need to get my bullet out. And I see I'm not gaining any ground. I mean, the people immediately in front of me, they are having shrooms and stuff, so I have to use my bullet in order to get up here. And I'm actually kind of glad that it doesn't take me all the way up because I would dodge everyone behind me. And I think I hold on for the shock for a long time to see maybe someone else can get a shock, right? I mean, Mario Kart 8, it was possible for 2 to get shocks. Here I used it because I think I panicked a bit. I got hit right in front of the finish line. And I panicked because I was in the mid-pack. But it really gets to you. Like, you don't even see your positioning in at the final straightaway sometimes. So you kind of have to guess, like if there's suddenly 3 people beside you, wait, where did they all come from? Did they pass you? And then you just panic and you use your item. It's just gonna be like that in the beginning. But that's what I like about this mode. It really keeps you on your toes, right? Even if the actual driving is a bit more boring than on normal tracks with a lot of curves and stuff. And turns. I always say curves. I don't even know if that's the word you mostly say for turns in English. I think I should say turn. But you might tell me in the comments. You might have noticed already, I am not a native English speaker. Maybe by my thick accent, but that is fine, I hope. Alright, yeah, we haven't had a golden mushroom in some time, but the golden mushroom, you really gain ground with this. I feel like this is the best item in the game right now. Obviously, shock is always stronger, even in this iteration, but I mean, you don't really get it as much, so the golden is what gets you ahead. Here, yeah, this is a corner you can maybe cut with a wall ride if you rewind this. I can't rewind it right now because I'm watching this live with you too, so I don't have to edit too much because I'm still traveling. I'm tired. I want to go to bed. It's almost midnight, guys. I've been up all day and I'm still talking about Mario Kart. It's fun. It's fun, guys. But it's a bit insane, I got to admit. But this is a game I'm looking very much forward to and I'm very excited. I mean, most of you might know me from Splatoon, where I played it competitively for quite some years now, becoming European champion, Vice World champion, and winning a lot of other stuff. But I'm going back to my roots, Mario Kart, with this game. I want to play this game at least a couple of months, very seriously, competitively, because it's just fun. And we're gonna see where it takes me again. Because yeah, I actually started out playing competitively with Mario Kart before Splatoon and stuff. So I'm very, very excited for this game. There's nothing I can do right now with my item set, but I had quite the lead, I think, from the shrooms that I had, so I can take the blue. But you saw how it took away my green shell, but I don't think if it automatically takes away it. The thing is, yeah, I threw away my greens, right? Not my greens, my red shells to the back, and it immediately triggered the green shell to be trailed. And since I have it trailed, it did delete the green shell too. But here, yeah, I wasn't really particularly, oh, that's unlucky that my boo gets stolen in first as I just turn the corner there. That would have been an easy W if the boo doesn't get it. But I wasn't too concerned about making it to the last lap because I mean I think I wasn't last, but I got a double item box. There was a big corner to cut, and of course I get shrooms. Here, yeah, I tried to brake, but it just wouldn't let me brake for some reason. Probably some auto acceleration because I remember, oh, I need to. If I'm getting an item in third here, then I'm just doing well, and now I'm just like there's no way I can catch up now. Maybe with a golden I can, but then again the drifting on the jet ski on the water is a bit different. I need to go to item set here. I don't think I win this. Oh, this is a golden. This is crazy. Maybe I win? Wait, I need... There's a corner to cut here. Ah! Okay, with a bit more experience, I could have cut this better and then probably catch up. Yeah, that's a second. The cow is clapping, guys. Look at those animations. How can you not love this? Huh? How can you not? Here, yeah, I'm trying to do a standstill mini turbo. It just didn't work. I mean, it could be due to auto acceleration, but brake drifting is definitely in the game. Here I'm just driving the course normally. I think that's why I turned around, yeah. Because I saw a rail on the left side. If you shoot off this ramp, there's a rail on the left side. Tried to land on it, but smart steering did push me on the left side. But I think from this ramp you can get on it and then cut this corner here very tight. I also tried to get on the rail on the right side to get on the top, but it wouldn't work too because smart steering and stuff and I'm inexperienced. And this looks like a nice track. I'm very... yeah, they had a DC actually. And then we had to recreate the room so you can see this LAN party setup from this demo build that I had the privilege to record, how we just joined the room and stuff. Okay, here I spawned on Dino jungle. Unfortunately, the camera is not doing us any favor with the wrong autofocus. It's just having my arm on autofocus, I guess. But you can see I'm driving a normal track here, and I'm just trying to see how I do this. I mean, normally there would be a dinosaur here, but Here on the bridge section, people who played the GameCube version know this. There was a tiny bridge section here which you can ride on the dinosaur, which is actually fairly easy. You can't fall off it. There's another new path on the left side that I tried to take, but I don't have enough height. You see that there. But yeah, this is a no-brainer now. If this is the fastest route, you can always take it because you get auto-locked like a magnet to another magnet on that dinosaur's back because it's essentially a rail. There the drift didn't come out, but yeah. You saw also another brake drift on this last U-turn there. So that's possible even with like a heavyweight like the cow and stuff. But yeah, the thing started, so I had to stop shortly. But I can drive another lap, so this is nice. You see how I tricked kind of off it, but I stayed on it. I don't know if it's gonna be the same on without smart steering on. We gotta see if it takes a bit more precision to land on those rails, but you see I kind of make it somehow to the upper path. It really looks harder than it is. Apparently the geyser, or however that thing's called in English, is not trickable. It actually slows you down. I thought maybe. That's not the best corner here. Definitely not. That's not how you do it, guys. But yeah, I'm very excited for this track. Obviously, this one's gonna be closed off for the actual map because you would get past the finish line. There's some Dino eggs here too. But I'm very excited for this track. A very nice remake. Like, this looks like a good upgrade to the original. And yeah, I think this is the last one I played. So let's enjoy the last one here. That's the one that got cut off in the end. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. But for some reason, last minute is missing in this clip. And I couldn't find it anywhere on my camera that recorded it on my PC when I transferred the files. And that was the one new course, the flying block course in the sky. So that's very unfortunate because that's kind of like a mini Rainbow Road. Like, you can fall off on both sides almost all the time. A lot of U-turns, sharp turns. So that one is very nice. Also aesthetically very pleasing. Also in those intermissions, when you lead up to that course in the sky, you fly up straight vertically into the sky, which is awesome. I think that's exactly where it cuts off. So that is very unfortunate. Well, we're gonna see. I hope you guys got something out of this video. I mean, I talked for almost, what, 2 hours by now? We're getting close to the end. I'm having another look at my smart list. Here's some rail action. Yeah, okay. Look at my smart list if I forgot something. I don't think I did. Yeah. I'm a yapper, guys. I can't believe. Like, I thought maybe I'm gonna talk like 30 minutes or so, and then I have nothing to talk about anymore. Now I've been talking for what, almost. That's not close to. I mean, we're getting close to 2 hours, but it's not quite 2 hours yet. But yeah, bombs kind of don't hit you anymore if they run into your trail, which is quite nice. I really hope you can turn off the auto trailing. Because I thought, I mean, there's an option. We saw there's an option for something that has to do with items. But there was an option in Tour, Mario Kart Tour, where you would throw your item immediately, automatically, if you turned it on. And I don't know if that option is that, or if it just entails the auto-trailing, because I wouldn't want the auto-trailing in my game. I want to decide on my own when to use my item. The star is kind of slow, isn't it, right? I mean, it's still very good since you can cut corner and you can chain items into it because it immediately frees up your item slot if you do so. Some spikes. It's probably from the comic item. But yeah, my takeaways, straightaways, are a bit boring, unfortunately. That fear that I had did come true. The drifting is way different than I thought. Like, when I saw footage for the first time, I thought, yeah, that's Mario Kart 8 again, right? But it feels very different. Also, the gliding feels very different to the last two games. I'm excited about that. The physics when you're on the jet ski is different too, so that's also something nice to look forward to. No underwater anymore, but it's probably an upgrade. But the drifting is definitely the thing that is the biggest change. I mean, you see, I'm taking corners way better here now than I did in the beginning. So I'm getting used to it a bit more. Also, I can't correct my positioning anymore with hops, with some hopping after the drifting. I think this is the biggest thing that did um, how do you say this? Did confuse me in the beginning. I think now I realized, okay, I can just keep holding the drift button and just correct my course with that a bit on my path, right? Instead of hopping, I just hold it like a tiny counter drift, and then I'm just going straight again. Do I get a super mini turbo off here? Yeah, that's a long enough rail. That seems faster. That's definitely one thing that's faster. Yeah, and here you see again, okay, I'm in second, but do you see how much I benefited from that golden shell? I think I gained 10 coins of that, and 10 coins is insane. Let me tell you that. Yeah, I can't wait to play this game competitively and get my hands on it for good. I'm gonna create a lot of content on it. A lot of silly content, a lot of competitive content, a lot of educational content too, shorts, and I'm gonna stream a lot. So looking very forward to it, and then I just gonna see if it's gonna stick, if I'm gonna like it enough to keep playing it for more than a month or two, because you never know, right? I'm very excited right now from what I've seen. I like it. I'm a bit disappointed that there's not something I found immediately that gives me the edge over like casuals, at least on those straightaways. I felt like there's barely anything I could do to get the edge on them, right? But it's the first time the horn with the blue shell. It's the first time we play the game, right? And we definitely gonna find something, especially with the rail and wall riding, some crazy text, because it's never been in the game before, that we can abuse to just go crazy with the driving and stuff. So I'm very excited for that. And it's also maybe better that you just don't find the most valuable and best strategy to drive the first 2 hours that you play the game, right? If you think about it like that. I mean, obviously, that was close. What was I thinking, man? I was probably thinking, oh, I gotta do some wall riding. It's the first time I play this, and then yeah. But here it's kind of hard to catch up. There's so many boost pads. Like, what should those behind me do? Even if a blue comes or a shock, chances are well that I'm just on some. I had to dodge here with the feather. There's some car or some boost pad on the ground that's just gonna accelerate me up immediately. As I say this, a blue comes and then there's nothing there. Oh, the invincibility frames. Did you see that? That red did not hit me. I felt like it could have. So invincibility frames are back. I mean, the collision in this game is completely different. That's the last thing I might want to talk about. The collision feels great. So much different than in past games. It's something I'm most excited for. Like sometimes you can tank a hit from a car or something and keep going. It might steal your drift, but if you know what you're doing and if you just get the angle right, you can hit things and maybe use this to your advantage when you push yourself away into a tighter turn or something. And this is something I'm very excited for. This is something that distinguishes this game from the others well. I think I tried to trick on a zebra here. Yeah, that works too. You can trick on almost anything, which is very great. Yeah, and unfortunately, I mean, yeah, I need to be under the best 4 here. I think I'm zooming up. Yeah, because I saw the finish line. Ah, no, wait, that's not the finish line. That's just another Mario Kart flag above us. The finish line is way further ahead. Okay, it's a bit confusing sometimes, but yeah, that's the straightaway that gets us to the cannon that shoots us up to the sky course. The one with the giant question mark here in the jungle. That's where, unfortunately, the footage cut off. But you can trust me, I won that race. I remember it vividly. That was my last race, and I won it. And I really wanted to win my last race. Yeah, I think I'm in with a Schumann first now, when the footage cuts off. Yeah, there's the cannon leading up with the waterfall to the upper course, and then that's unlucky. But, yeah. that's where my footage cuts off. But I hope you got something out of this video. I am very, very excited, and uh, I don't think anyone has done this. Like a competitive player who played it a bit more and also recorded it and then shared their thoughts in that much detail like I just did. So I hope some people gonna enjoy that kind of content. And if you're just there for the footage, I mean it's almost 2 hours of new footage, so you got that. And then I guess thanks for watching. We're gonna see us another time because there's gonna be way more Mario Kart World content coming very soon, so stay tuned for that. Alright, have a good one and see you around. Wadsm out.